No heroes. No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Welcome everybody. My name is Diyar and today I'm gonna be accompanied by
Marvin.
and currently on screen we see the decklist of Lukas and Diyar BY against Dofi. I mean Lukas has Dofi already in his name, so we are ready to go. And starting with the typical Dofi going first, BY going second, usually pretty standard. But if you are Dofi, you would probably want to go second in this matchup, just so that you can deny the Gekko on curve.
Yeah. Second is definitely better. I guess we didn't see it. Turtle won the die roll, I guess.
I would assume Turtle won the die roll indeed. And we do see two cost on the board. On the side of BY, we see Luffy, 2 cost Luffy. And on the side of Dofi, we see Marshall Teach. And using his ability, putting a card on top, getting the rest done. Getting pretty much a controlled way of using the lead ability and bouncing the Luffy just right back to the hand with the law, being able to
Keeping
bounce.
the board clean.
Indeed. So let's see what Turtle has on his side to make sure that this is going to be smooth. We see a 5k swing into lead, which we happily take. And there's no Kuzan. There's just two cost kits. And on the side of Dofi, I think with 5
I
down.
think Kuzan would not have been that good anyways, because we know he has law on hand. He would just do law, bounce it again.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
I think 2 buddies is actually better because one has the potential to stick this way. As long as there are not 2 laws or he bounces law with law.
But we
Let's
see
see what he does.
Oh, we see Jinbei into law, so bouncing back. Okay, interesting. Bouncing back the Jinbei to bounce back.
He was considering bouncing the law for a second.
But then he figured he can just put the Jinbei back.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
Use the lead ability, get that 1 extra down, and play a Weaver. So putting the pressure on, building his board, removing the board off Turtle, and 7k swing into life. I mean, we just take that, right?
I assume so. We got 3 life.
Unless he's like considering that, okay, if I take this card, then I'm too healthy in hand size. We see, I think Shirahoshi being discarded, and he takes life.
Counters 1 and takes life to not have too much hand against pudding, I guess.
I would assume so, but that's an interesting thing to do. I would assume either you just not over counter, but like you just counter with a 2k and a 1k, but maybe he doesn't have a 2k and a 1k that he wants to dispose of, so he decided to get rid of the Shirahoshi and just trade it in from a new card from life.
Yes, makes sense. Rather lose 1 instead of 2.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 3.
But right now we are on 6 down, 2 turns away from the optimal 2 down onto leader and 1 down, 8 down for Gekko. We see a 6. No, okay, we don't see a 6k swing. I mean, right now, the question is, do you swing into leader or do you swing into Jinbei? I guess we will never know. Because
Maybe. No, we know.
No, we don't. We just see the
just
buggy.
the 2k wherever it went here.
And 4 cards in hand. We see the Zabo just being hard played.
Just Sabo discarding 2, drawing 2, discarding 2. Getting rid of Kuzan. thing, yeah. He probably had it when he had 4 down last time and decided not to play it.
I mean, yeah, because you mentioned if he
Against
just
Law,
plays,
it's just not that good.
you play down Kuzan, you draw a card, yeah, and then he plays down Law and bounces him back, and you didn't do anything. Right now, he at least has one of the 2-cost kits on the board, so that's good. And on the side of Dofi, having 7 done, 6 done that you can use for potentially Josu, and then 1 done that you can use for your lead ability in combination of Teach.
Yes.
I mean, if that's the case, you could. Okay, we see a 5k swing with Law. What I wanted to say is you could. Okay, we're gonna see it maybe. Joseph
For
comes
6?
down, bounces
yes.
back. Law bounces back to Sabo, using Teach ability,
Yeah.
putting Law back on top, swinging with leader, and bouncing back to Sabo. So
Yeah.
clearing board.
Clearing the board.
Okay.
5 to leader now, just single 5k. He's going pretty aggressive against Luffy. I do not know if that's the best course of action, but we will see how it pans out.
I mean, usually if Luffy takes his life recklessly, it wouldn't be a problem. But again, facing blue, facing pudding. But we see
Yes, that is true.
him swing for 5 and taking the life. So maybe he is looking forward. But we see a 7k swing with leader, revealing Boa Hancock. Okay. So not
So
sweeping.
that's why he didn't swing with Weevil first. Because now Weevil is also a 7k, so he does 5-7-7 instead of 5-6-7.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you can do that, but there's also the option of Rocket Luffy being in live and just removing the active Weaver. So that would be a sad existence. But we see 2 cards being discarded, a Makino and the 5-cost starter deck Luffy to prevent that attack. And now on 8 done, not 10 done, but still enough. 2 done under leader. Going back up.
Now the fun begins.
No.
Black Yellow Luffy starts doing what it does. Playing out the little guys, healing himself. But he wants to stay at 1 life. He doesn't want to go down to 0.
Yeah.
Because of Perfume Femur.
Really
Just being a card.
Especially with Teach on the board, being able to use the 2 don that you just spent more efficiently.
Basically a free card at this point.
Yes, a free card, just a 2k boost for free, essentially playing with 12 don. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But right now, this is not the time for it. Black, Yellow, Luffy is on 0 life, yet plenty of cards in hand. 1 Sabo on the board. But
he's tanking a lot. He's thinking. I don't know what he's going to do. He has 4 dons to play something, 2 for maybe another kid or another baby brother. Who knows?
I mean, right now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not seeing a Sabo, so unless he's gonna discard a Sabo, which I would assume he's gonna.
It's true.
He doesn't have a Sabo that he can put onto life. There's one.
There's the Sabo.
And there is a Rocket Luffy.
Taking. Okay.
And choosing to have Rocket Luffy on top.
That means he's going to use it now. He plays Shirahoshi, -4, probably to Josu.
Yes. And there we see...
use Luffy to kill the Josu, get the biggest body off the board, establish a block for yourself. pretty decent play, and then you have a 9k swing into wherever he decides to go.
I mean,
Thinking, does he want to go for board or does he want to maybe race and go at leader?
I think racing him would be a potential, but he chooses to go into Boa Hancock.
Makes sense. It's a blocker. It's a 6k buddy. It's the most value on the board.
I think yeah, that's currently the most value on the board. The second best would be Weaver, trying to make sure that there's no natural threats towards you, like Josu has been dead worth. So the next thing is the 6Ks, so Boa Hancock and Weaver. But yeah,
Having a 6k buddy instead of a 5k buddy is also a big difference in this matchup. 3 6k buddies with 10 dons can swing for 9, 9, 10, actually getting 3 attacks out. If you have 3 5k buddies, you only get 2 10k attacks out of, basically losing 1 whole attack,
yeah,
even though they are all just 1 case weaker. So it makes sense to get rid of the 6k buddies when you can.
I agree. So we do see the 7k swing into the leader being answered by a Nightmare Luffy, and we see the law bouncing back
Shirahoshi back.
and
Using Teach, getting your 2 dons, your extra 2 dons, playing with basically 12 dons the whole game. But how big is the swing gonna be? He really needs to get rid of the Zabo. It's the only Zabo we see right now on Turtle's side. And if he loses it, he might have a problem.
we see a 10k swing into 7. This might be answered by 2Ks, but looking into his hand, deciding, nah, that's not worth it. So drawing for turn, going up to the mystical 10 Dawn turn, and I think...
And now we are gaming.
Yeah, I think now we are ready to go, fully awakened, fully on Dawn. There's nothing stopping us now besides the threat of Perfumer, but 2 Dawn attached, 8 Dawn left, and it is not going to be Gecko Moria. Instead, it's going to be Garp. That is interesting. I mean, that would be the prime position to get a Gecko Moria running, and we do see another Sabo.
That's probably the reason why he had to play the Garp. There's no Sabo in Trash, and if he doesn't have a Sabo on hand, he just can't build any defense like this. So he needs to take a turn off. Take it a turn slower. But make sure your combos are perfect.
That is true. But the best case scenario would have been if the Black Yellow Luffy player had still his 1 life and he would play Gecko Moria, get rid of the 1 in life, use leader ability, and use another kid to go up to 9k, have 1 life as a cushion, and be ready. But instead, we see another Garp searching for more setup. The first card we saw was the 5 Sabo. Let's see what the second card is gonna be. One thing for certain, it's not gonna be 8-cost Gecko Moria, but it is gonna be a 2-cost Sabo. So if there's gonna be more Sabos,
Sabo. Now he uses leader ability, looks at his trash.
discards the Sabo that we found earlier, most likely. And the question is, what do we want in life? And it's
Again, Sabo and Luffy, but this time the order is switched.
and
playing a starter deck Luffy.
so the starter deck Luffy being a good buddy on the field, making sure that he can threaten the Luffy player naturally for 8k, kind of like a mini Gecko Moria, but instead of costing 8, it just costs essentially 2 and the card from life, but that's not the biggest problem. And we do
It also helps you fix your life whenever you want in the late game. If you stack wrong, he could help you out, remove the card
That's
that you
true.
don't need right now, put in 2 new cards.
And also giving you another draw. So
Yes.
trying to keep yourself afloat. And we do see a swing into Weaver, clearing the
Like
board.
I said, remove the 6k bodies. The 6k bodies are what help out getting more swings out. 2 6ks and a 5k are still a 9-9 and a 9. So if there are multiple of 5k bodies, you don't care. If it's a 6k body, you probably want to remove it.
Yep. And now facing a 7k leader and 2 bodies on the board. Luffy needs to make a choice.
Yes.
Do I put it onto the line and attack? Which, considering the situation, okay. Okay, we swing first with Jinbei.
Should we 7 at leader?
Sure, it's gonna get answered. Yep.
That's the Shibahoshi we saw 2 turns ago. That was bounced.
Yep. So no additional information given regarding his hand state. I think BY is also on 5 cards in hand, but this might change sooner than expected. Josu
Yes.
being there to
Josu.
answer this ST13 Luffy.
Yeah, you have to get it off board. It's too much pressure if you keep it on.
And
Using Jinbei, using Teach, playing Jinbei, playing Gecko, getting out a card from trash to hand. It's the Boa. Probably wants the 6k body and the blocker back. But this means Turtle can stay at 1 life, which is big.
yeah,
Meaning he can always end his turn with 9k and 1 life remaining.
if he has another Gecko Moria. If he even has the first Gecko Moria. I mean, seeing the
Yes.
OG Gecko Moria on the side of Dofi, the I think ST3 Gecko Moria.
I think it started X3, yes.
So, but we see 2 done onto Luffy. Second times the charm,
to have.
hopefully. Yeah, he has to have it. Otherwise, he looks. I mean, he could still find a 2-cost Luffy in his own hand and then repeat the same thing over again. Become a 7k leader with 2 life.
But he would lose cards in hand, even if he had 2 kits in hand and do the whole combo, but from hand. He would lose cards in hand and overall just lose value by not having a 9k body. That's the best thing about Moria. He gets to play out 2 things for just 1 card in your hand, and he's a 9k body. This guy has everything. It's the guy we always wanted to be. It's Gecko Moria.
It's the guy.
But does he have it?
It's the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Yes, definitely. I'm the Gecko Moria on blue side, while the guy he tells me about is the Gecko Moria on the black side. What should I do? It's just over.
Gecko Moria bringing back 2 cards from the trash back onto the field instead of taking them back to the hand. And with less than often this, restriction onto warlords and just 4 costs and 2 costs in general, we do see the 2-cost Luffy being
Probably
revived.
Killing the law.
Yes.
Don't want to get stuff bounced again. Makes sense. It's the most value on the board if he gets it back in hand.
And we see Isawa being discarded. So that means Isawa is going to come back onto the field, making the Luffy not a 4k leader. That would be devastated to be a 4k leader right now. A 9k leader with a 5k leader with a 4k boost in
Deck
total.
would be very balanced if it would actually go down in power.
I mean, there's only one deck, only one leader that is a 4K leader in certain situation that has used his Captain Kit from the starter deck 10
Yes,
with his
best leader they
stabilization.
have ever printed.
He needs a bit more love. But speaking of love, that Sabo's gonna put in some love because he is going to attack into, I would assume, life, and that was gonna get
Probably, yes.
answered by a Mihawk. And now
I mean,
we're
you
gonna
can safely ignore the 5Ks at this point. When you're a 9K buddy,
you don't care about
just
the
ignore
5K.
the 5Ks, yeah.
I think even
Just
if you're a
start
7K
taking life.
buddy, you just ignore the 5Ks because that's still 2 done that they need to invest
Yeah,
to
At this point,
get to
go for life. Try to end the game.
try to put him on the clock, because if there's gonna be 2 more movies coming, that looks like certain doom, certain death for Dofi. But we see the players shuffling the Don. What would be the best action right now? Probably just find another Josu and bounce back the Sabo.
Yes, maybe pay 7 and put both Sabos at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
Could also be a thing.
Raging Tiger would be a nice card, but if I recall properly, he doesn't seem to play it, which in my opinion is an interesting choice. But
Yeah, he really doesn't play it.
I mean,
Looking at the list now, yeah.
but instead of playing Raging Tiger, he is saying, you know what? I'm not expecting a Blackbeard. I'm expecting a BY Luffy. I'm gonna just put in 4 perfume fumers, the blue Diablo Jungle, and making sure that if I have enough, I will be able to end, and I will be able to find them.
Yeah, that's the thing about the NCL. You can build your deck for the specific matchup. Basically, you have a sideboard that's unlimited.
That is
If you
true.
know, okay, next week I'm playing this guy, he tends to play black-yellow, I think I have to prepare for black-yellow, then I don't need cards for the Blackbeard matchup, nothing for that. I don't care about any other matchups, I just put in what's good against black-yellow Luffy, and that's to be unblockable.
That is true indeed. I mean, being unblockable is also a good thing against Teach. But
That's true, that's true.
I digress. We're gonna see a 10k swing into the leader, getting another Boa Hancock, and deciding, you know what, I've already seen those 3 cards.
They can stay the way they are.
And that is 2 blockers down the line.
And now Dofi got 2 6Ks and a 7K again. Starting to build a board that's actually threatening again. Like I said, 5Ks don't really matter. 6Ks and 7Ks, those are the ones that start to get annoying.
Yeah, 7Ks especially, because if Luffy is a 7K leader, you can just swing without Don investment.
Yeah.
And if he's a 9K leader, then you just attach 2 more Don and you're still good. And you have 8 Don left. So with the 2 6Ks you have on the board, you can still swing for 10. Or you can swing 9, 9, 11, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not the greatest at math, but our speculations is gonna get answered by a Gekamoya.
Probably going to clear off both boars this turn. Like I said, 6K bodies have to get rid of them.
That is true. So, getting rid of the blocker, that's for sure. And I'd
now you have the
assume
possibility of just swinging into the other. Or maybe he wants to go aggro and go face.
I mean, that is a possibility. However, I would assume it would be the wiser choice to just swing with one of your geckos into the boar, then you swing into the Josu, and all of a sudden you don't have any threats. You have a blocker, you have a life, you're a 9k. So there's not
But
much.
what if he counters them though?
How many cards does Dofi have?
It's hard to tell. At least one.
Well, we're gonna
Let's
see
see where the attack goes.
how Turtle decides. We do see a few cards in hand. But okay. We are
going
attacking
face.
into life. So that's gonna be one swing into life being taken, and I would assume 11k also into life. Yep, Turtle deciding, calculating. And we see, yep. I've never seen somebody take a life faster than this.
Yeah. If you take the 9, you also take the 11.
Yeah, that's
Makes sense.
So 9k leader, 3 cards in hand. We see a 9k swing. Answered by Yoi. So 2 cards in hand, a blocker.
He did get a 2k for a 9k swing though. That's
I mean, this either
Not
means Turtle only has 2ks in his hand, or that was his only counter. That would be really, really bad. But, you know,
maybe he also has Kid Luffy, Kid Sabo, and wants to keep it for the future. If he doesn't find another gecko.
oh yeah, that's true.
Also possible.
But if he doesn't find another gecko, he would just use his existing board and swing for game. I'd assume so, at least. But with Dofi having like, I think 5 cards, 6 cards, that doesn't look like a feasible answer. But if I'm being swung at with 9ks and 11ks, I guess it doesn't really matter how much cards I have in hand if I don't have enough life to defend myself. And with 8 Dawn remaining on Dofi's side, surely there's no blue Geshomoya coming. So that's good.
He just put a blue marker to the card and now he plays it as well.
Like, oh,
Would be so good. Imagine getting back a Boa and a Teach.
please don't. Please don't. I don't want Panda to have any funny ideas.
And I had enough funny ideas.
But you know, there's a sort of a blue Gekkomoya coming to the game, but it is archetype locked, which is a good thing.
Yes.
With I think it's the 7 cost Rebecca from OPO
7
10.
cost Rebecca, yes.
But
Basically does the same as Moria did in Lucci. We move 2 buddies, get a 9k buddy, a 4k buddy, and a 6k buddy on board.
yeah. But let's see. Playing with his 4 done. Maybe thinking of attaching it. Maybe thinking of playing down something. I mean, you don't have to worry anymore about the time being unfavorable, but we see a 9k swing into Gecko Moria.
Into
So Gecko into Gecko, no problem. This is answered by another 2k, so yes, he only has 2ks.
Ooh.
Okay.
unblockable, so Sabo doesn't do anything.
Perfect femur, and we're just gonna attach all our done. And our
11k into
the 9k
Gecko.
Gecko Moria. Yeah, that's not enough.
Just to make sure that you're not instantly dead. No. So his last card was actually the Luffy, the 1k. That's why he decided to counter with 2ks.
Or
So
he
now he
just
can
drew
just
into it.
out the blocker. Yeah, or he drew it into it.
And we see 9k. Actually, no, we see 9k by Sabo.
Yeah, and that's game.
It should
Just
be
by
game.
5 cards in hand, it's over. He has 6 dons left. 5 dons left. So his attacks are 9k, 9k, and then a big 12k.
I mean, he can do
Which is
9k,
game.
9k, and then another 5k.
If he
So
swings now, 9k, it takes 3 cards, then 2 cards, 9, and then 12 against 3 cards is game. If he does take 6 cards, you also do 9, take another 3, and 3 against 12 is also game. So it was just mathematically game there.
and we do
And
see
both players knew it after the first counter. They both saw, okay, yeah, 2 cards against 9, it's over.
that's fair. We do see, however, he had like plenty of 2ks in his hand, but
Yes,
that's not enough still.
but a 2k is still just a 2k. If you count every card in hand as a 2k, then you can know. If you swing 9, you get 3 cards out of hand, always.
That's
It's
true.
always 2k, 2k, 1k at the least.
So players are shuffling up. So I would assume Turtle being the victor of this match. If you're Dofi, you're going second, right?
Yeah, probably.
The question right now, I mean, since we have the time, right? Looking at the list, there's
Yep.
no 10 cost. I was about to say Gekkomoya, no 10 cost Kaido being played anymore in Dofi, which
No,
is,
not anymore. A lot of people stopped playing it. Also, he only has 2 Jozu and he found both last game. Just realized. Most people just go for the consistency of having all your different warlords that are 4 cost. So you can always get something out, always use leader ability.
that's fair.
I've seen some people still play the Kaido. It has some good matchups. But I don't think it is really necessary. In this matchup, it's probably really good. If you find the time to drop it, drawing 4 cards and also getting a 12k body. 12k body is very hard to clear for Luffy.
Yeah. Having a 12k body on the field really is a big problem, because that's a constant threat to you.
Yes.
So we see both players are ready. So we're gonna see the start.
And we do see black, yellow Luffy going first this time.
And we do see a pass. No
No
searchers.
1-drops, no searchers on both sides. Just a 6k to life and then probably just another Kid, Sabo or Luffy.
Yeah.
It's Sabo this time.
The question right now is, does he have another teach?
Looks like it, yep.
Okay. So
Use teach ability, spam the board. You know.
swing
Didn't
8.
work last time, but this time we have 1 don more every turn.
And
Yep.
Jinbei into law, keeping the board down, swinging for 8. He's just gonna
Taking the
take
damage.
I mean, this time he chose to just take the damage and not discard a card to counter and then take the damage.
Yes. This time he decided to ignore pudding. Maybe he thinks there's no pudding. Maybe he didn't know he saw one when they countered.
I think
So
that
definitely.
I think that would be foolish to assume there would be no
course.
pudding. I mean, yes, he saw one pudding in the last game.
I
at
once
the end
played
step.
against the Dofi a whole game. I was afraid of pudding at the end. He tells me, yeah, I cut it. So, I don't know. Some people are crazy. But I don't think in the NCL we have crazy players. We have consistent players. We have good players. And hopefully winning players.
And good players find the ST13 Luffy when they needed them. And milling a Gekkomoya. Well, that's tough. You would
I
love
take it back. We don't have good players. We have Turtle.
We have Turtle.
No, I'm sure he will find another Moria by the time he needs it. Looking at his list, he actually plays 4, which is the correct number for every deck that has black in it.
Every
except
deck
for Teach.
that has a black in it that is not teach should play 4. I mean, okay, there is actually Smoker. Does Smoker play Gecko must be.
I don't know, is Smoker black?
Yeah.
And a mini card. Yes. Okay.
Then is Smoker black? Yes. Is your leader black? Yes. Does your leader have on place? Yes.
Then you play.
Then you play Gecko because you play Lucci and you play Rebecca and whatever.
All of them are good.
And we
One
do
cost
see
searchers. A 6k buddy.
6k buddy
No way to get rid of the 5 cost Luffy, so no Jozu this time.
and
So
no
actually
attack.
playing only 2 is coming back to bite him in the ass, as you say.
That's true. But choosing not to attack, so
Yes.
BY Luffy cannot awaken this turn.
I
Might
feel like he got burnt last game and tries to
play it
play
slower.
it a bit slower time.
Yeah, but you would wish if you want to play slower and want to play for the clapback, essentially, you would want to have more. You want to have more 6k buddies on the board, and best case scenario
that's
you
true.
have your Josu. But we don't see that. We do, however, see starter deck Luffy using his ability to get 2k onto his name and getting a Rocket Luffy onto the trash, and with 1 life, and I think 7 done, and my question is already answered. I was about to say, is it gonna be a Flampe or a Hiyori? But it's just gonna be a Hiyori, which is fine.
Flampe would it be better? It gave you more hands, but I don't know if hand is actually that good to have against blue. If you just have the potential to putting. Okay, put Sabo into your life with Yoi, use the kid Sabo, draw 2, discard 2, go up to 7. And next, attach 2 Don to leader and heal up to 2. I
Yep.
guess.
We see a zombie Luffy being discarded.
Good card, not for this matchup, I guess.
Nah, for this matchup, it's not really a good card. I mean, in the later stages of the game, it is
General,
good
it
to.
feels like Turtle probably didn't change his list just for a specific Dofi matchup.
No, but
Nightmare Luffy doesn't make sense. The 2-cost event from the starter deck, which gives -7, I think,
yeah,
also doesn't make much sense against Dofi because, as we said, he doesn't play above 6 cost.
I mean, the Nightmare Luffy, he does trash a 2-cost character, and if you use Shiroshi in combination, you could trash
Yes.
a Josu,
yes.
but then you could also just use Rocket Luffy. So I think the only reason you would want to use him is in the later stage of the game. If you been through half of your deck is in your trash, you can just put the cards back into your deck to get the buff. But then again, if you are expecting your opponent to play Dofi, you would not want to have
I
this
mean, if
card.
you see your opponent's nickname is Demon Dofi, you could expect them to play Dofi.
But you could also expect to not get pudding. But here we
there
have
was
it.
the pudding, yes. Finally, time for pudding. Winner pudding.
Reminding me of Kaya. Because I mean, it's in the same style, I guess. So
Yeah, it looks pretty similar. Doing the half cut. Drawing 5 cards, and now we're down to 5 cards. And all the swings still possible with only a 7k leader. This is dangerous, it seems.
It is indeed dangerous. So it looks like 4 Dawn left.
Yes, he was at 8 down. He used 4 for putting. 4 left open, but can also get 2 out of teach.
True. So that's a lot of swings coming his way.
Yeah, looks like 3 times 7k. Putting your hand down to 2 or to 4 and 1 life and no blocker.
We see a Shihoshi being discarded. Now we see a 7k swing.
7k.
And that's a goodbye to Zombie Luffy.
Yes. Using him as a sacrifice, putting him on the top, knowing I will probably take 1 damage next turn. And now we use teach ability to get another 7k swing and using leader ability.
And hopefully
Play
playing for
Boa.
leader ability.
Oh, actually making it an 8k swing. Using Boa.
Putting the cards on top. Vesting
There he goes.
to done. And
Getting a 2k out of it. Turtle used Hiyori as a 2k from his hand to get out of that 8k swing. And now he's up 1 life and has a block on board. That's a good situation for him.
Yeah.
But only at 9 done still. So still not possible to play Moria now. Not yet there.
so if we cannot play Movia right now, does he get a chance to go to 9k?
He has to have 2 of the kids in hand, which is unlikely because he got puddinged.
Yeah.
I don't think it's pretty low chance. He can draw 1 like this first.
And get the 2k buff.
Now going up to 9k would mean he would only be at 0 life.
Which is really, really scary against, the Dofi
Yes.
deck with 4 times Perfume.
With this specific Dofi build to beat his deck.
We do see a Sabo being just hard played. So
Yeah, that's a start.
this might just look like he's gonna be a 7k leader at the end of the day. Because 2 down left to put under your leader, 2 down left to pay for one of the two cost kits. You don't have a teach that suddenly enables you to get 2 down attached each and every game.
Okay, he's
Discarding.
discarding a kit. Okay.
So this means he has another one, right? Like, surely he has to. Like, there's a reason.
Against a board like this, he can't stay at 5. Never ever. But also deciding he doesn't want to have a sure, like, third Sabo on board. At least it seems like it. Maybe he's gonna get a Luffy. Maybe play a 2-cost Luffy.
I mean, yeah, a 2-cost Luffy would also...
Kill the Boa would be good play.
I mean, yeah, it would essentially be a blocker. Because either you block...
Counting. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. Killing a blocking... No, it's actually better. Killing a buddy is actually better than blocking the attack the buddy has.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time.
Oh, okay. Whatever this
8k
was...
swing, getting a 2k, 1k.
So,
Seems. Or 2 2ks.
yeah, it looks like
And
it was
he's
swinging
not
to the
playing
board.
another kid. He's not going up in power this turn. He does not have another kid on hand. Now, what does he have in hand to decide to discard the 2-cost Sabo? Very interesting. Because he could have a 9k swing anyways if he were to use the 2k Sabo.
Yeah, he could have a 9k swing and 2 life. Because being a 7k leader, and we gotta find this out in the near future, probably a lot more times.
He probably values the extra life over the 2k power. Like, to be a 7k, you only go out to 1 life.
And he's
Discarding
discarding
Moria.
a Gecko Moria.
But this way he ends with 2 life. Basically doing the math and thinking, okay, 5k with 2 life is better than 7k with 1 life. I don't have the math in my head on the spot right now to say it's better or not. But I trust him. But let's see what happens. 7k to life. Probably. 7k into 8k wouldn't make sense, so 7k to leader.
And
Asking for 2 cards. Block or getting rid of 1 card in the life. What will we see?
probably
Only
just
3 cards in hand.
Oh, if it's 3 cards in hand, then it might. Okay. Are we gonna? Okay, we're gonna use
2k?
2K.
Okay, 2k is not enough. Oh, then okay, he miscalculated. Okay.
Okay, then
Opponent told him it's 7k. He needs 2 cards. 1 card in hand, so 7 cannot be countered. Just block or take.
okay.
And he decides to take.
Okay, then
for
Perfume
2,
Fumer. Oh,
and for 2 7ks, you can't get out of it. You lost. So you had to block there. You had to block. He didn't expect the deck to play 4 Perfume because no one does.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it either because
Yeah, I mean,
what are you gonna do with like if you draw 3 of them? Like you cannot filter your hand. You're not purple, so you're
yes,
just gonna
it's
sit
true.
here
It's-
like.
it's risky.
But it worked.
Yeah, he got away with it. He got away with robbery. He just
got-
stole the game,
So
just like that.
tying the game to 1-1, seeing
Yes.
looking at the 2 Perfume Fumer. Now he knows. Like, I mean,
Now
he
he
might
knows
not
there are
know
at least
that there's
Yes.
it's a 4th, but he for sure knows now. He at least has 2. So
Yes, he at least respects the possibility of 2 of them hitting.
and we also
Maybe
know,
Lukas talks about it a lot right now to instill the idea of only 2. Like, yeah, I play 2 for this and this and this, and talks about why he plays 2, but actually has 4. Even mind gaming further, you know?
mind gaming.
I mean,
the
we don't
mind
hear them.
games.
We don't know what they said, but they definitely talked about the 2 Perfume right now.
I mean,
Could be that he actually went like, yeah, I play the 2 because I like 2.
they feel
Sometimes
good to
the
my.
double play.
Sometimes they come up. Sometimes I just use the trigger. You know, it
Yeah.
happens, right?
And then he actually plays 4. You know,
Play.
showing 1 early and then, bam, I still have 2. You didn't think about that.
That would be crazy, though. That would be a madman move.
I also like both of them playing the same playmat.
I mean, it's a beautiful playmat, and we didn't get one.
Yeah.
We didn't get a new one for the last finals. So
Yeah, last finals were not as generous as the first ones. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. It costs the same as a regional, so I don't expect more than a regional. Though it just called finals, but overall, I liked finals this year. I liked Bandai Card Fest. I enjoyed it.
me too.
Yep. Even though no one was able to hear what you say because of your voice, but
Today everybody can hear what I say.
yes, now your voice clear.
As they 5 cards
Hey,
and
don't be taking Mulligan. Deciding 4 Perfume Fumer in my starting hand is not
it's
the
not the
cards
way.
I want.
Maybe looking for a searcher too, because I would assume if Turtle lost, he's gonna go second. He's gonna decide he's gonna go second. Like there's
Yeah,
no way
definitely.
he's gonna be. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me go first because I don't want you to attack me. Like no. You want to be
Actually,
attacked.
I enjoy losing. Let me go first. I already got a point. Don't need a second one for the NCL.
Yeah. I have doubts. So we're gonna see a good shuffle. No cut required anymore. And looking on the time on his clock.
Yeah, checking the time. We do have time rules now. After Justin and Turtle in their first game took, I don't know, 5 days for one game, maybe something like that.
It
We
felt like
decided,
it
yeah, we decided to put in a time limit for players.
for, also for the caster's sake. Because
Yes,
casting
also for the voices.
would be, exhausting. We do see Sengoku fighting a Weaver. And we do see a Tukosabo, so
That's an interesting play. I haven't seen it before. Oh, wait. I've seen it.
but I have not seen a blind leader flip.
Going to
Luckily,
Las Vegas today.
he
And
hit.
we're hitting. Yeah,
I mean-
hitting. Not the best hit.
Half of his deck is 7 waters. I mean,
Yes.
there are just like a few cards that do not hit. Like, let me look at the list. There are 8 cards that do not hit at all, which are, Pudding, Josu, and
No, there are
Fuma.
12 cards.
Okay, I'm listening.
Perona?
Ah.
Oh, it's actually 16 cards.
Oh,
It's
Sengoku.
4 Perona, 4 Sengoku, 2 Josu, 2 Pudding, and 4 Perfume. Everything else is a hit. You have 8 not so good hits with Teach and Buggy. And then all of them are just pristine 5k bodies or 6k bodies.
So you have a bit more than 50-50 chance of whiffing, but probably a bit more because
with 16 misses in a 50 card deck,
I mean 16
you should have
misses.
a 32% to miss.
Well, that's not true because you have 5 cards in your hand and you have 5
Yeah,
cards
but
in
the
your
5
life.
cards taking out the 5 cards can be negligible because you take out of the whole pool.
That's true. Anyways,
Of course, if you know your hand, then the information is different. But general, you should have a 30% chance to hit, to miss, making it 68% to hit.
either way,
At least in his version.
he did not try it this time.
Yeah,
He said
let's actually go into the gameplay.
he just
straight up played it from the hand. No need to gamble. I have a good hand. Yeah, makes sense. And there's one of those pesky 6k bodies I talked about before. Those are the ones you need to get rid of. Meanwhile, on Turtle's side, we now have 2 Sabos. And still on 3 life. Dofi not attacking anymore. Every game he attacked less. In the early game.
But every game he had to teach,
That's also true.
and now he doesn't.
Turtle deciding all he needs is Sabos. Sabos the only character he needs for One Piece. That's why it's called One Piece. The One Piece is Sabo.
One Piece. Yeah. But you know what I really miss in Black Yellow Luffy?
What do you miss?
Ace.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Three Brothers deck, not for any reason, but
It's called the Two Brothers. One of them spoilers.
okay. You know what? We are gonna be law accurate. Fair.
Yeah. One of them got spoiled, so now we're playing like this.
And we see again a 6k buddy being played onto the field. Now knowing what we have on top, and it seems to be good because we are just gonna use the ability replacing Sengoku, and it's gonna be Teach.
Teach better late than never. Probably also going to survive with the 6k blocker on board. Making it hard to get rid of it.
I mean, if they really want to put in the effort, they can.
Yes, they could, but
They're not
would
gonna.
be expensive. Yeah, you need to look at your own game plan first.
Oh, that's true.
You have a very specific game plan, a very specific deck. Not that flexible that you can say, okay, I ignore my game plan just to screw over your game plan. Because in general, Dofi's game plan does not put much of a threat to BY Luffy because of 5k bodies.
For now.
If we see Josu, if we see more Weevil and Boa, then it will be hard to survive.
No, an 8 down. I mean, he could play Gecko Moria and not use leader ability. Surely that's a good thing, right?
Sure,
Surely.
it would be good for me. Then I could. But I don't think he's gonna do it.
Nah.
That's just not the play.
I mean, the question is he gonna save Awaken?
Is he gonna go down to see what is play this turn? Or is he just gonna stay at 2 and the defenses? Nope, I didn't say anything. He's gonna go down to 2. Taking the bottom life because that's the cool thing to do. That's what the cool thing kids do. He doesn't know his life, like mathematically it doesn't change anything, but that's just what you do. Always take the bottom life.
And
Just looks cooler. Okay, drawing a card using Luffy.
I wonder, what is he gonna put into the trash? Oh wow, a Sabo.
Yes.
But
Going up to 7k using one of your kids' Sabos that you put onto the board like 5 years ago. Preparing for exactly this turn. Putting 2k onto your Luffy that he got with his skill. 2k onto your leader. Drawing 2, discarding 2. All the effects going off at the same time.
and we see another Sabo. So we're ready for the next turn.
Yep. He got Sabo and Luffy now in the trash, ready for whatever could come his way. Looking at his board, deciding what do I want to do. Trying to grab Sabo. Attacking with the old Sabo that's been on the board. Or not? No, half attacking. Okay, he is swinging with the old Sabo. 6k at
Leader.
who knows what. No one knows what. It was at leader, 2k. And then a 9k. Also at leader, so he decides to not go for the teach.
I
And
guess.
just go aggressive like we saw in game 1.
9 down on Doofy's side. Let's see what he can do. I mean,
OP01 Mihawk. Putting a 7 cost on the bottom for 9. Those were the days.
those were the days.
We will see.
Oh.
2. Oh, does he have 2 in hand? Is he trying to go for it just this turn now? Did he say, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it? That's a 6 plus another 5. That's an 11k at a 7k. So basically asking for 3 cards in hand, 2k, 2k, and a 1k.
Is that gonna be the quick finish?
Could be. If he takes it, there will be another.
I mean, there must be another.
There will be a 12k next. If he takes this. If there is another perfume, I'm just expecting there to be another one he plays for. He going in all of a sudden, so like probably there is another one.
I mean, I
And
think
now Turtle.
that's what Turtle must be thinking. If he swings
Turtle
now
is now
with a perfume, there surely must be another one. And if there's another one, I better have enough counter for another one.
Thinking, do I counter now? Do I take it? Maybe if he has enough, has enough hand, he can counter the next one. But then he would have to go for game. Either way, he's gonna lose a lot of cards. More cards than this two don't play cost more cards than pudding. So it's actually better than pudding right now.
Yeah.
It's like a -4. You play one and you get 4 cards out of your opponent's hand because you
That's a Yuri.
apparently, yep, he only has 1 or 2k in hand.
That's 5k out of hand.
Not only did you get 4 cards, you also know there is no 2k left in hand because he would have used it there. There's no reason not to, I think.
Yeah, no, there are no essential 2Ks to the game plan. Swinging for 8, I think.
8 at leader? Probably at leader?
Yeah, should be.
I mean, you just saw no 2k, so now you do 8ks. Block with the Sabo looking at it. Yeah, looks nice. Red, put it away. And now do we see just an 8k in leader ability, or do we just ignore leader ability and swing 9k? Or don't use teach at all? I think a double 7k and 7k would be good here. Or just a big 9k putting to 0. Or you could swing 6 into Sabo first.
But we
And
do
then-
see leader ability into a Boa Hancock.
And putting a third 6k body on the board. It's looking good for Luffy right now.
It looks pretty good for Dofus. Seeing a
But
9k
we have
swing
not seen any geckos yet. We are not at 10 don.
yet. But the question
So
is,
it's a 9k at leader. Because of Boa given extra door.
but does he have enough? Like, I mean, right now he needs a gecko. I agree with you.
Yes.
We know that he
Of course.
shouldn't have any 2Ks left because he would have used them already. Because there's no 2K in this deck that you would not use as a 2K because you're already awakened. So, what's the point? And we see the starter deck, Luffy being bottom decked. Thankfully, he has one on board, so it's not the end of the world. But
Does have a Sabo on board. He also doesn't want to use two babies. He could go up to 9, but I don't think you want to go to 9 with 0 life.
no, I think Turtle right now, since he saw the early perfume already, he's
Yeah.
expecting that the Doofy player has one perfume in his hand.
Yes,
So
definitely.
unless he is forgetting about it, he will have the respect for that.
Yes.
And always decide to
And
stay
I
on.
know Turtle, he doesn't forget about stuff like that. Definitely not. Not when it matters like this.
And
And I hope NCL matters to him. I expect everyone to play as if it's the final of a regional year.
And I would assume he learned his lesson and is not gonna put his leader in a vulnerable spot. But we're gonna
Yeah, like last time where he was just at 5.
yeah.
Okay, we're doing an 8k at Boa, getting rid of one of those 6k buddies. We don't want to see 6k buddies on the board. Makes sense. I do agree with that play. Also, we saw him just giving up an 8k. Would have been an easy 2k, 1k, but he didn't do it.
We finally see the Gecko movie. I think it's the first
Just the
Gecko.
gecko. I
in-
wonder what he's gonna play.
Probably.
Because-
Okay, he already has a sub on the field.
Yeah, and playing 2 kids would not make much sense right now because you already have one. Maybe you just play Gecko for 1 kid. One of them, maybe a Luffy,
Yeah.
because you already have Sabo, play out a Luffy, get another kill, swing into another kill, getting rid of all the 6k bodies.
But then you would be on 0 life. I think playing down.
No, not using both kids.
Okay, fair.
Only using one of the kids. Only using Luffy, leaving the Sabo and leaving 1 life. Being a 7k
But
could be a play.
would you not rather have?
He-
Oh,
He's actually taking Garb.
I
Is he
only
taking
got.
up? He's considering it. Maybe he just wants that. He decides, okay, I already have Sabo. I'm only gonna use 1 kit this turn anyways. Why take a baby out of my trash? Yes, it's he. Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Playing Gecko for a 1 cost. Maximum value is what I call it.
Maybe Gecko isn't a problem after all. But we do see the
Problem
gap.
is Garb. The hero of the Marines, the legendary hero, the one who caught Gold Roger, is now gonna give us a 1k.
At least a 1K, better than nothing.
Yeah, after having to use 4 cards to counter.
And we're discarding another gap. 2.
Yes, he's gonna use Sabo, keeping the Luffy, like always, keeping the option of just paying 2 and killing 1 blocker if he wants to go for game. Always keep the Luffy as the last life.
Yep, and there we
Carding
see.
Brothers Bond and another Garb. He decided, I searched enough. I searched once this game. That's enough for me. 9k swing into Boa, getting rid of another blocker.
But there's still one 6K body on the field.
Yeah, 1 6k body survived. Because he He decided to search instead of just draw with a Luffy. Maybe he doesn't have a 2K, but Luffy in his trash. Maybe I'm missing that.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't think we have seen one with till now. The 5K Luffy that's on the board has been played just like that for 5. So maybe. Okay, finally finding another teach.
I mean, would be late. Why would you need 2?
Double the power. You can put 2 cards from your hand on the top of the deck and then get 4K.
Yeah. By the time you played down the second teach,
No,
could have-
believe me, that is the strongest play you ever have.
going
If you ever
down-
play Dofi against me, please do it.
Okay, for sure.
This goes out to anyone watching this. Please do that especially that against me.
Please lose 2 cards in your hand for essentially
Every
nothing.
turn, every turn. It's just power. It's just Odin effect. Think about it. It's just OP 1 Odin.
What will it be? Another Sengoku?
Interesting. We really are like.
No, we're just gonna swing 7.
Okay.
So this looks like we're gonna prepare for the next turn.
8 on left. Probably Gecko Moria. Okay, we get a 2K out of it. Meaning he probably top decked the 2K. Interesting.
And we're gonna see Josu.
Josu. Getting
Bounce
rid of
the best card on the field.
starter deck Luffy. The second best. The best card on the field is
Gekkomo,
not a target.
yeah, fair.
No,
fair.
I meant Garb.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. You should have said so. Yeah.
Using leader, getting another free body on the board that draws us a card.
And it's a 6K. That's pretty good.
And it's 8K to leader. Probably going to block this, right? Wait.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, you want to keep your life up. You want to keep it 1 life. To do full combos.
Oh.
Oh, another. Okay. Maybe. When I said he doesn't have any 2Ks, maybe he was bluffing me. And he
Or
actually had a lot of 2Ks.
I think he just got into the 2Ks.
Oh no, he also played a Sabo. He had like 3 draws last turn. Yeah, okay. That's the power of Sabo.
Agreed. And that's the power of 2-cost Luffy into Rocket Luffy into Goodbye Weaver.
Yeah.
You can just do
playing
that.
the 2 so not another
Another
Moria.
I mean, another Moya would be nice, but your board is full
No,
anyways.
it's not so late.
And I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
So the question right now is, do we have another? I mean, you could get another Rocket Luffy in life, play him out, remove Jinbei, and swing into
Yes.
Weaver. Or the more aggressive play, you do the exact same thing that I said, but remove Weaver. So removing a threat on the board and attacking with 9, attacking
life,
11, and then it's a 1-1, like 1
I
life
think
in
you
each
definitely
player's.
want to attack live here. You do need to pressure at some point. You need to go for game. Or else Dofi's just gonna get new buddies, new 7K, 6K buddies onto the board. And then find another Fuma of his 4 and has the chance to just double up again and kill you.
Fair. We do see a 9k swing coming.
Let's see what Turtle thinks. He also goes for life, yes.
Pointing onto the leader, discarding.
The event card, probably for a different matchup.
And getting onto the life. A Sabo, a Rocket Luffy, a bird.
Let's see.
All of the above.
He's always building so much suspension.
Rocket Luffy and Rocket Luffy. So
Double rocket, so I guess another baby Luffy on hand. There it is. And now we are at 9k and 1 life. That's where we always want to be.
Yep.
We got there. We also got another 11k into life.
and I'm sure that we're gonna.
Yeah, Fordon left. Fordon could be a blocker again with a... Or it's just a cooler and draw one card. Filter your hand. It's looking good. Luffy does have a lot of cards in hand, it seems like.
I
But
mean,
not a lot of life left.
the question is, does he have 2 perfume femurs?
Does he? But even if he does, his bodies are only 5k right now.
He got a Jozo.
Yes,
Which-
but Jozu cannot be perfumed. It's not a warlord.
You're right. We do get a buggy.
We do.
Are we gonna play the buggy? I mean,
Could be. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna play 2k at this point.
so the question is, what does Dofi need to have to win this turn? I guess 2 perfume femurs, right? And just pray.
Yes, and 0 counter in the hand of your opponent as well. But he has 3 cards. With perfume, at this point, you have 9 down. 2 of them, one of them would be free. You would also, so you would have 11k power. You would have a 10k and 11k swing. And I don't think that would be enough. 10k, and they should be able to get okay. Forget what I'm talking about. Perona hit the board.
Sir, another Perona hit the... No, sir, another one drop
No,
hit the
no.
board. I mean,
The second one drop has hit the playmat.
but that means there's 2 rested down so that Teach can freely
Yes,
get
maybe
his
that's-
value.
That's his idea. It's just a free 1 drop anyways, because Teach. But I don't know. Do you really just give up a 1k just so you're done his tap before you attach it?
Heck, maybe. Actually, no, it wouldn't make sense. Actually, if you would think you would survive the next turn coming, then you know what's coming up in the next, you know.
I mean, information is valuable. You are right on that. Information is always good to have.
Oh? Oh?
Yes. Oh, we going for it? Are we going for it? I don't know. I still think it's not enough power. Definitely not enough. But let's see what happens.
Maybe he's gonna swing into the gecko. Oh.
Oh, just full swing. Just. Oh, we are probably into Gecko. Yeah, you're right. Just get the 9k body. Yeah, use Law to bounce Kuzan, and then it's a big swing. It's all done underneath into Gecko. But that's second perfume out of 4, and Turtle probably only knows about 2. So maybe he's gonna be greedy now. Maybe.
Maybe. I would be greedy.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see 4. I don't know if they are able to see the full list before the games or not.
I don't think so. I don't.
I also don't think.
I think
It would.
they know what the deck list was of the last time, And
Yes, of course.
if they did their research, they get rewarded for it if the other person is lazy. But I would, if I would be Turtle and I get 4 perfume fumers in my face, I would just I would just fear God more. I would be like, okay, who plays 4? Like, what do you do if you mulligan and then you get 4 in your hand?
It is Lukas playing in NCL. He plays 4.
Fair. We do see a Shirahoshi into Rocket Luffy into
clearing the Jozo off the board. We've seen this in game 1, I think.
Yep, I think so. Making sure that there's no threats coming your way. 4 cards in hand. 1 card will be lost due to lead ability. So going back to 3 cards in hand. And 3 blockers.
Yep.
Let me correct myself. It looks like it's gonna be 4 blockers.
It is 4 blockers, yes.
So 3 cards in hand, filtering 2 cards out. So
getting rid of the Kuzan that we know about. And an 11k into.
I would assume life. Because this is basically saying to the Dofi, if you don't have it,
kill me. Yeah.
Then you're kind of cooked. And Lukas is thinking about it. Do I counter out of this? Or do I just accept the call? And he accepts the call.
Goes down to 0. That's interesting.
So the question is...
Thinking about taking a free 2k or not. Do I need all those blockers?
Probably. I mean... Again, if you're Turtle, right? You're not expecting another perfume. So... If I'm Turtle, I'd be like, you know what? Even if he has Raging Tiger...
Can finish it next turn.
He cannot finish.
Definitely.
Because then he has 3 Dawn. At most, he has 5 Dawn he can attach. If I have a 2k, I'm good. And I still have 2 more blockers. So there we see the pass. And the question right now is, does he have it? Does he have the 3rd perfume fumer in hand? Because mathematically speaking, he has 10 done. He has 3 5Ks on the board.
Thing is, he doesn't only need the 3rd one, he also needs the 4th one.
Oh, true. Yeah, so how is he gonna get through all of this?
I don't think he's going to. I do think it is going to be the 2nd win for Turtle, going 2-0 in NCL then. But game is not over. Let's see what happens.
I mean, if he has all his perfume fumers, I would be laughing. 2 cards in hand. Okay, that does not look like a perfume fumer.
Especially because he knows 4 of the cards he's going to see. Because of Corona.
Oh, yeah.
And the card he's considering is the 1 card he didn't see before. Interesting, okay.
And that's Croc.
Maybe he wants to build enough counter to just survive a big swing when he's at 0.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
We do see perfume fumer number 3. So Turtle is having a revelation, and
I think it's a concession. I think he just said, okay, I have 1 and I was looking for the 4th one.
and
That's probably what he's saying.
and he didn't get the fourth one. So
Yeah, but even the fourth one would not have been enough. Or would it?
I think.
Against 2 cards in hand, it would have been enough. No, it would have been.
But yeah, I guess we never know.
Could it have been?
Let's
Do we see the hand?
see.
And
Hiyori.
is there a 2K?
But look
Yeah,
at this.
yeah, no, it would not have been enough.
So yeah, we see another Gecko into another Sabo and another. Okay, yeah, no, they would have been fine. So yeah, that's it for this match. Thank you, Marvin, for taking your time and your patience and commentating with me.
Yes.
And
Of course.
if you enjoyed this match, stay tuned. We're gonna have lot more matches coming up this week, or the following weeks
In the future,
following
yes.
future.
We are only. This is only week 1. We're commentating right now. We got a few more weeks.
So yeah,
Will be fun to watch. Will be interesting to see who goes out as the winner of the first.
Yep.
No, he was Champions League.
Champions League. So with that said, my name is Diyar. This was Marvin, and we're gonna be back for another one, hopefully in the near future. So stay tuned, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Perfect this time.